Welcome back to my 100% playthrough of Unbeliever for Heretic on the Thou Art a Smite-Meister difficulty, played through Russian Heretic. We are doing all levels with a 1 start, and this is E2M7, Upstream Battle. Let's begin. Alright, so we're going to start off by pressing this button, which will take us in this room right here, but we can lower the stream, the titular stream, and we're going to go upstream, so we can go into this area with these enemies, and we're gonna let these guys in fight while I finish off this one. Odds are the golem will be the victor in this little infight, and once he's done fighting, we can finish him off like that. Alright, so now we can go down into here. We're gonna grab the Shadow Spear and use it. We're also gonna blow up some of these enemies. We're gonna just nudge those pods right in their faces. Preferably not getting hit with the explosions, and hitting them with the explosions instead. Kinda like that, right? Well, anyways, now we've gotten rid of all the enemies except this guy. You can also go into here to get a chance to get the Fire Mace, and also a Tome of Power, I believe. Anyways, when you're done with that, you can press this button to go into here, and take the lift up to this part with a barrel bridge. And also another Nitro Golem who is guarding the Dragon Claw. Now that we have these, I'm going to use the time bombs that we got from earlier. Yeah, they sting a little bit, but that's fine. This Undead Warrior of the ghostly variety, however, needs to be destroyed with the Dragon Claw. At least that's how I like to deal with them. This Disciple of the Sparrow can likely be killed in 2 or 3 shots with the crossbow, and if you need to get that health so badly, you can just go back down here like that. Hell, you can even go back down here, but you'll have to take the whole shebang through this part, though, if you want to get back up to that part with the switch in the Ghostly Undead Warrior and the Disciple. Rather, where they were, at the very least. Either way, we're gonna make our way back up here. It appears that the Undead Warrior that's not ghostly from this area made his way across the stream, but that's fine. Anyways, let's grab the Silver Shield. Let's put a time bomb right there, see if we can blow up the enemy, or at least damage him a little bit. And let's finish these guys off with the power of the crossbow. Kinda like that. Alright, so we can grab the health staff here and also press this button. Whenever we do that, we'll have to fight these gargoyles, of which there are plenty of them. You can use the crossbow if you still have ammo for that. Hopefully you should if you were using the time bombs. You might even get to use the time bombs on these guys if they come close to you, but you don't have too much space to move around in this part in particular, so I wouldn't recommend it. Well, if you're staying up on the upper part of that stream. Anyways, we're gonna go up this stream again. Funny pun. Haha. But either way, you want to go into this part. To grab the Quiver of Ethereal Arrows, you can use it against these Saber Claws. And the Saber Claws, as usual, are pretty generous with their ammo droppings for the health staff, and even if they weren't, there's some greater runes that you can pick up right here. I'm gonna use them against this Nitro Golem of the ghostly variety. Finish him off with the staff, I guess, since he's being really tanky today. Also finish out the Were-Dragon, and now we can press the switch, which will raise the stream even further. But before we do anything else, we're gonna go down here to grab a secret with a torch. Not a very powerful secret, but I'm going to use it anyway because the next section is not all that aesthetically pleasing. At least I don't find it such. Another thing I'm going to do first is also go up to right about here and get the secret of Mace Spheres. And I'm going to lower this once again. I'll wait for it to raise up a little bit. And now we can go into this area, which reminds me of you'll die.wad. Can't believe I'm referencing that again, but either way, whenever we grab the Phoenix Rod, all hell breaks loose. So I'm going to use the Hell Staff to fight against this hell. Like I said, this area reminds me of you'll die.wad. It's ridiculous, but it actually has more than 2 enemies in it. It doesn't look like a repurposed deathmatch map. Which is actually just a deathmatch map with like 2 enemies, whatever. Anyways, I wanted to prioritize the Disciples because there are just so many of them, as well as the Saber Claws, who will like try to disorganize you rather easily. Now we can finish off the rest of the Disciples with the Dragon Claw and the Hell Staff and all the other things. I wouldn't recommend using the Phoenix Rod against them too often because they flicker, and that can be pretty annoying. Anyways, let's press the switch, raise this one more time, lower it one more time, and hopefully the next enemy we fight will be easy to kill due to the Tome of Power we have, because the next enemy is none other than a Molitor. And if he really wants to screw you over, try using the Mystic Urn you got from that area. But anyway, that should be all the kills, all the secrets, even all the items. So let's celebrate by placing some time bombs and poking his corpse with the powered up staff. Now the exit is right here. You just run into it and you're done. Alright, that is Upstream Battle, and this is a very interesting map. It reminds me of you'll die.wad in that one area, but the bigger thing it reminds me of is the express elevator to hell. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but if you played the master levels, this whole lift thing was very familiar to me for that reason in particular. But wasn't as painful as Teeth, but whatever. It wasn't too bad, but I'd say it wasn't all that good either. I'll be quite honest. This was probably the weakest level of the episode so far, but it's still very playable. It's not like horrifically bad. There are worse levels in the base game of Heretic for sure, but this is probably the weakest of the episode that I found so far, but it's still interesting. Anyways, we are done with this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we go into E2M7 and finish off the second episode. But until then, toodaloo.